Hello, Cara and Dr. Louka. I hope that I said your names right. I'm Oceana. I work with Boost My Buyers as a small business growth specialist. And in this video, I want to show you a few things that you can do today to start bringing in more customers for your business, or patients in this case. You're probably wondering why I would send this to you and what's in it for me. Well, truthfully, in today's world, people are very busy. Veterinarians and office managers are too busy actually focusing on their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes that the only hesitation they have about hiring someone to help them with this stuff is that they don't know who is and who is not an expert. So I've found that by giving people a free and easy plan of attack of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, it has resulted in some of those local business owners raising their hands and saying, you know what, Oceana, I like you. Please just do this stuff for me. So if at the end of this video you like what you've heard and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business grow, shoot me a quick message and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free plan of attack and implement these things on your own, that is fine with me. So now let me get into the three things that will set your company above your competition. I'm going to be going over content, citations, and backlinks. If you don't know what those are, don't worry, I will be explaining. First of all, I love the colors of your vet practice here. I think they're really pretty, and I really like how they were integrated as part of your website. I think that was very smart. I always love it when the website feels like a preview to actually being there at the business. It's not necessary for ranking, but it's nice just on a personal level. Pardon me. Okay, so the first thing I want to cover is content. So content is basically everything that you see here in red. Usually it's blue, but it's red. That's cool. And so anything that's words on the page, Google can read. I say read in quotations. And also anything that is an image has, let's see if it's true of these. No, it doesn't do it. Okay. There is a bit of jumpiness. I'm trying to scroll down and it keeps bringing me back up. And that shouldn't be a difficult fix for a person who's knowledgeable about it. Okay, I'm trying to find a good example of an image okay, so if I save this image, you can see it says NRAH0090 resize.jpg. That is an example of a not very helpful SEO tactic. They didn't save it as a keyword. So that's another place that is content that Google reads. And so whoever put your images on here didn't utilize a tool that they could have to help you rank for more words. So that's a fix that could be pretty simple, is just to re-upload all of the photos and name them something that is relevant. And I'll show you how we find relevant keywords in a moment. Okay, so you really need about 1,500 words or more on your homepage to be optimized and start showing up in front of potential customers. The reason for this is that content is king with Google, and it can really make or break your visibility. You currently have, drum roll please, 974 words on your homepage, which is above average, but it's still not that minimum of 1,500. So there's a little room for improvement there. Now I'm going to jump over to one of my favorite tools, and it's called Ahrefs or Ahrefs. I'm not sure. Everybody pronounces it differently, but this is the tool. It looks like a complicated mess, but I know some of it. So this is the tool that I use to see what keywords your site is currently ranking for. You can see right here you are currently ranking for 266 keywords. That doesn't mean that you're at the top of those search results, but just that you at least show up, even if you're further down and no one will see you there. It's a good start. Your trust ranking is very low at a 0, and your domain rating is also very low with 5. And so that's something we're going to want to work on, definitely. And that has to do with backlinks, citations, and keywords. And so I'll be going more into that. Let's see, I'm at 5.5 minutes. I'm trying to get these videos shorter, but I try to get as much information in there as possible. Okay, so your site is very dense with these keywords. So you are showing up in the #1 position, which means the top of the first page of Google results for pretty much anything that's Nohl Ranch. If someone types in Nohl Ranch, you're showing up. But then you have a pretty drastic drop, and you're not showing up in the top 3 anymore for anything else, which is not good, especially because most people click on the first link, some people click on the second, a few click on the third, and almost no one clicks on the fourth or further link. Sorry, my uncle's in the background. You can probably hear him. So you really want to be showing up in the first through third results for whatever keywords you want to show up for. So in this case, you're showing up in that first spot for your name, which is fantastic, but that means that only people who know who you are already are really finding you. Whereas if they looked up something like Pet Hospital Orange, if they didn't know where to go and they were trying to find a new pet hospital, or they have an emergency, or they're looking to adopt a dog, whatever it may be, the reason that they're looking for this, they're going to be finding a new business with that. And you want to be showing up either right here in the map pack, or you want to be showing up here in the results. And if you're not in the top 3, people are just not going to find you. So it's important to be showing up for things besides just your name. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at your competitor sites. So the reason I'm pulling up these particular competitors that I have up here is that they're the ones that are showing up for this keyword. I'm focusing on this keyword because it has 250 people searching for Pet Hospital Orange every single month, but not a lot of people are working hard at showing up for that. So it's kind of like a gold mine keyword, right? So low competition, high volume, that's what we're looking for. So I'm going to look at the competitors for that. This is who you're up against. So this is the #1 competitor for that keyword, healthypethospital.com. They're showing up for 1.1 thousand, so just a little over 1,000 keywords. Their domain and trust scores right here are a bit higher than yours, but not that high, to be honest. And this trust score is going to be pretty easy to outdo with the right tactics. They have a lot of backlinks coming in, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're good backlinks. So they're very beatable. And the same goes for Orange Canyon. Oh, well, hold on. Copy, dashboard, paste, search. Okay. So yeah, same thing. Low scores here and quite a few backlinks, but that doesn't mean that they're good backlinks, which I'll go into. Okay. So we could definitely improve on your showing up on Google by identifying some buyer intent keywords. I would use that Ahrefs to explore some keywords that your competitors are showing up for, and including those in those 1,500 words on your home site. And so usually when if someone searches Pet Hospital Orange or any other keywords, the first thing that shows up is ads right here. There are no ads showing for this keyword, which is another indicator that people haven't really found that word being something that they need to work toward showing up for. So they haven't put it in their ads, they haven't been putting that particular keyword in their home pages, etc. So usually that's there, but showing up with an ad is not necessarily always the most effective way to show up on Google, because people see that it says ad and they scroll right past it, or if they do click on it, you have to pay money for that click. Every time that that ad is clicked, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make a sale or get a new patient, so they can be a real money pit if they're not set up correctly. So they can be a good idea, but I don't like to rely on them solely. I think it's much more important to be showing up in the map pack right here, because most people prefer to find a local business through the map pack. Why? Well, if they live right around here, they can see who's nearby and take a look at the result of the reviews and be able to tell if it's something that they're willing to drive for. Also, they like to find websites through here, these top three, and like I said before, very few click on that fourth or further down in the results. So you may be wondering, how do I show up in the top three of the map pack, Oceana? You say it's really important, but what do I do to get there? Okay, so first, to answer your question, I'm going to show you your Google My Business listing. So this is your listing through Google. This is what Google thinks you are. And so if there are any spelling errors here in your name, your address, or your phone number, it's very important to correct that. I doubt that there are any. I don't see any from my point of view. But the reason that it's so important to make sure that these are correct and listed the same way across the internet is that Google uses this information to find out how many times your business is mentioned across the internet. Anytime that your business name, address, and phone number is listed anywhere online, this is known as a citation. It acts as a vote of confidence, telling Google that your business is legitimate and relevant to its searchers. Citations are usually found in directories such as Yellow Book, White Book, Yext, City Star, and so on. And even Facebook actually has an area where you can submit your information as a citation. So the opportunities are really quite plentiful, but you have to make sure that they show up exactly this way. If you change this word to pet, for instance, or you just said NR, animal hospital, or something like that, that would not count as a citation, and Google would not, it wouldn't use that information to help rank you. So we can see, I'm going to jump over to another tool that I really love. This one is called whitespark.ca, and what it does is it lists all of the citations that your business has, as well as the citations that your competitors have. So we can see here that you have 56 citations, which is actually a good start, like a pretty good start. That puts you a bit ahead of the curve there, which is fantastic. So you've got 56, and your competitors have 50, 64 right here, and 35. So like I said, you're a bit ahead of the curve, and that's great. But you do want to go through and find any that your competitors have that you do not, and see if they're free to submit yours, because that's going to help you get ahead of them and start showing up at the top when you surpass them in the number of citations. So yeah, you just go through and you check that, compare it with, the first competitor, then the second competitor, then the third, and get all of the ones that you're missing, and then a little extra. Some places will try to charge you for a citation. You can just skip those. There are so many places that you can list your citations for free that there's no need to pay for citations. Now, the third and final thing, I promise, I want to go over with you is another really important aspect to Google, which is backlinks. So backlinks are another way that Google decides who has the most authority and therefore is the most relevant and trustworthy. A backlink is similar to a citation in that it is a reference to your business from anywhere across the internet. But instead of listing your name, address, and phone number, it is a link on another website that points back to your website. If you had a client, for instance, that loved your service so much that they wrote about it on their website and included a link to check out your website, that would count as a backlink. But not all backlinks are created equal. It's better to have backlinks that are on sites related to your industry, as it shows more relevance in Google's eyes and it doesn't seem scammy. If you just go around adding all of your website to a bunch of different random sites that have nothing to do with veterinary practice, it will raise your number of backlinks, but Google won't see it as relevant and it won't do you any good and it actually could hurt you. So we're going back to Ahrefs now. To check the amount of backlinks that you have and compare that to your competitors' backlinks. I kind of touched base on this earlier, but you have 131 backlinks and your competitors have 643. And again, their trust score is really low, even though they have lots of backlinks. And that is partially due to the fact that not all backlinks are created equal. Your other competitor, Orange Canyon, has 248. Again, very low trust score. And let's see, I'm going to grab this, copy dashboard. We'll see how they're doing as well at Orange Hill. Dun, da, da. And they have 33 backlinks. So they've got 0 trust score here. Google's basically like, who are these guys? So we want to go through these. We can actually click on them, see where they are, similar to what we did with the citations. And we can look and go, okay, well, Orange Hill Veterinary Hospital reviews. This is on topratedlocal.com. Well, let's see if we can go over to Top Rated Local and see about getting your website on there too. Same with top 48 similar websites like allforpetshop.com. I don't know what exactly that is, but you could go check it out and see if it's something that is relevant. Its trust score is not extremely high, but it might be worth it. So you just kind of have to go in and see how relevant those websites are. Okay, so in conclusion, wrapping it up here. Thank you for your patience with this. My first tip was to find out which words you should be ranking for. Make sure that you include those words on the pages you want to show up at the top of Google. Get your word count up past 1,500 on your homepage and each of your local location pages if you have those, but I don't think that you have more than one location. My second tip is to go out and get those citations and build authority for your Google My Business page so you can show up in the map pack. And my third and final tip is to increase your website's authority by getting backlinks to your site from other relevant sites. If you implement these strategies today, you could be showing up on #1 across Google very quickly. Now you may be wondering what comes next. Well, you can take this information and I provided you with today and do this all on your own. That's fine. But if you want the most effective route and you want to save yourself the time and hassle, you can give me a call and I can help you. My phone number is 714-683-2380. Once again, my name is Oceana and my number is 714-683-2380. I look forward to hearing you and I hope you have a wonderful day.